Hey everybody, I did a video earlier today saying I'm not going to go swimming because I have to go to work and I'm trying to save my energy. Well, that all changed and that's why I'm kind of wet looking. This is Lake 5 and I'm looking in the direction of Glacier National Park. I think Apgar Mountain, that one outstanding mountain right there behind the hill. It's just inside the park, and if you look at that pointy mountain, it's actually a row of mountains. We're just kind of facing it longwise. And this is inside of Lake 5. Now it's 7 in the evening and it's a little cloudy, but this is how clear. Okay, so it's been a partly cloudy day, almost threatened to rain on me even. But yeah, so I came out here and swam for a little bit. Now, I was afraid I was gonna get chilly. It was cool and it felt good. But the nice thing is I got acclimatized to it and I feel really good right now. Now, I used to do videos of me bringing my geese up here. So the difference is I'm out, I'm dry, and I'm ready to go. And I thought maybe this time I'll see if we can do another little car ride and see another area. Now, I mentioned earlier that I used to live up in Martin City. Nope, I'm videoing myself.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm giving a lecture about all the fun stuff I do, including coming here. Yeah. You bet, you guys. That's something I was saying earlier too, is I don't like people to think I'm taping them without them knowing, and there you have it. I think those guys proved my point. So if you saw the video I posted earlier at Lone Pine, she just proved my point. Now, I'm going to try something. I wasn't expecting to have the day off, but my boss wants to go out of town tomorrow night, and so he needs me to come in and close the store, because normally him and his wife take care of that. So I thought that was kind of funny having somebody confront me. You better not be taping us. Because if I was taping them, then I'd probably have to pay royalties for all the ads we're gonna have. No, just kidding. So I'm not monetized, and that's why I'm a little bit loosey-goosey on some of the stuff I say. And so, some people do some really naughty things on their YouTube channel. I think I'm keeping things pretty light. Anyways, I'm gonna show you where I am. This is the road in. See, I got us in reverse. Yeah, so anyways. Don't want them to think I'm filming them now. But this way, there's a lot of places to bring your boat trailer. And again, today was a bright sunny day, so there's not a lot of people up here. Now, Rosie and I ended up in Hungry Horse back in 2013, so the summer of 2013 is probably the summer that I really got to know the area, and that's when I got hired by Jim at Willows Huckland, and now I'm back up here working again. And so since he gave me the day off, and it's also payday, I thought it'd be nice to get my paycheck and then go to Lake 5. Now, to get to Lake 5, you gotta drive past where I work. So I actually went back into Columbia Falls to deposit my check and have dinner. And then, I don't know if you could say it's dinner or lunch, because it was my second meal of the day. But I thought, why don't I go to Lake 5? And I thought, well, it might be chilly, but I gotta get as many swims in as I can before the season's over. And I'm very fortunate that I feel great. I'm not cold, I'm not hot, I don't know what to call it. I'm like perfect temperature. Maybe I'm a little bit cool now. You betcha. So, we are between, I was pointing out the Swan Mountain range, So we're past the Swan Mountains, but not past the Flathead. So if we were to go south of here, we'd go to the reservoir, which is the south fork of the Flathead River. Now the Flathead River comes out from past the Flathead Mountains, which is the Continental Divide. So the Middle Fork brings water down from the other side of the Continental Divide, whereas the North Fork and the South Fork are bringing in water that's from the west side of the Continental Divide where we live. And so where I'm going right now is the North Fork of the Flathead River, which is water that is coming down from Canada from this side of the Continental Divide, which it would be the side of the mountains that are in British Columbia. Now if we go north for a while, we'll end up in British Columbia at probably their eastmost checkpoint of that province. Now, I don't think this road has always been paved. This looks like some new pavement. But I love coming back here because it's nothing but thick forest. See that? And look at the ground, has bushes and green all along. So it's just fully green out here. And now, when I moved up here from Colorado, that's the first thing I noticed is how green it is. And the strange thing is it's really not it's not a lot more humid than in Colorado was. It's still pretty arid here. But the reason things grow so green here is because there was a glacier that melted into the ground, and so the land has a lot of water. So when you look out at the Flathead Valley, it seems to be very green during this time of year. You betcha. And so that's the advantage. It's still pretty and green without the humidity. Now, I grew up in the Florida Keys and I'm from Michigan, and I know, especially in summer, it can be hot and humid. And so when you're out here, it could be in the 90s, and you know, you're used to cool weather. The 90s is pretty rough, but I cannot go back east when it's the 90s there. It seems very much more harsh. So if it gets in the 90s here, yeah, it sucks, but it doesn't last long. That's the other good part. So we only had about a week or two of weather in the 90s. Now, when I was back at the lake, I could hear the train going by, and you can kind of see it a little bit too. So major train line, the Amtrak comes up and down that one. So if you go into Whitefish or into Glacier Park, not into the park, but just down past where you turn off into West Glacier, you can get on the train and take it west all the way to Seattle or Oregon. I think it splits off in Spokane. So that's what I would do if I get a chance to take a train ride. I would love to catch it up here and ride it out to Seattle. I really do want to visit Seattle and Portland eventually. And then if I can add more time to my trip, I would take the southbound train into California. And then maybe go back through Colorado. Then I would have to find another way back to Montana, because the train doesn't go north and south between Colorado and Montana. And I would have to go to the airport or take a bus. Yeah, so part of getting to the bridge, so we're on Blankenship, and if we were to take this all the way to the end, which isn't too far, it would spit us out at, I can't remember what the highway's called, but it comes out of Columbia Falls and goes north along the North Fork of the Flathead and up to Pole Bridge. Now, I wouldn't mind making a trip up there, but it's so potholy. I don't really want to take this vehicle up there. I need to keep it in as best shape as possible until I find better options, but that's what my truck is for, that type of driving. So, I'm still laughing about the people that didn't want me to tape them, and I see someone coming like, oh, I don't want them to see me taping either. That is so funny. All right, beautiful. I think we're getting closer. Yeah, once you get in past the Swan Mountains, they're just surrounded by mountains and trees. Except where they chopped it down to put a road. Here we go, there's sort of a drop off. I see a little bit of the river over there. Just kind of peeking through the trees. And then back to the thickness. So in summertime, when we reach, you know, the middle of June or solstice, it's like we have sunlight till like 11 at night, and then get into July, it's almost like we have sunlight till about 10 at night. But now it's getting to be August, It'll be pretty much pitch black by 10 o'clock. There might be a little bit of sunlight around 9 o'clock still. You'll still see, you know, sunshine at the sunset. So, oh, here we go. Start to see more up here. Yeah, that's where we're going. I'm not quite sure where we're gonna pull off at though. So hopefully I spot a good place to stop and get out when we get down there. I just think it's so much fun driving these back roads, especially since they added pavement. Yeah, so I don't really want to take this car on too many rough trips. That's what I said. Like I was saying, I got that truck for that. Really interesting. That's kind of the cliff or whatever, the drop off right next to the river over there. Just to show you where we are. Okay, so this looks like a place to pull off. There's like a public bathroom there, but why don't we go up on the bridge? It's one lane, so don't see anyone I gotta take turns with, thankfully. Okay, now I haven't been up here in such a long time, and there's nothing but a wall. Oh, here we go. Maybe I can show you more. So, not sure if that's any help, but I forgot all about the wall. Now we might just have to get out and hike from somewhere over here. I do see some places to pull off down here. I think this is a good place to go. And look at that there, a white-tailed deer. Oh, shy little guy. Now, see what's going on. Okay, no glass. We don't have any glass. All right, now. Woohoo! Well, I sure hope I picked a good place to show you how beautiful this is. You know, when me and Rosie lived up here, we tried to explore every place we could. And so this is one of the places we've been down here a few times. Isn't like our regular place or anything. Now Lake 5, where I was just at, I've definitely made a lot of trips down there. Oh, nice. I like it. Look at this here. Ta-da. This is where we are going to park. Woohoo! I think this will work. Boom, pow, bang. Right on. Now, I had the mind to go up on the bridge and show it to you, but whatever. Hi there. All right. All right, yeah. I think this is an important point of view. I'm really glad I made it right here because that is the middle fork. That's what I was talking about. Comes back from past the flatheads. So it's coming from the south, and then it kind of comes west, and then it goes. All these rivers come together. So this is the North Fork where you go. You see the river turning to the left. So that is water that comes from Canada. It's Canadian water. And so now, when you see where I go to work at, if I go down past my job, past Hungry Horse, I cross a bridge down there that crosses the South Fork of the river. And if you go up that way, that's where the dam is. So I'll have to show you that part another time. But today, nice thing is I met a few friendly guys down by the bridge. The only people parked down there. Now some people have been just coming down here to camp out, and we're having a housing crisis because when the COVID thing hit, we had a lot of people come up here and buy a lot of property. And the landlords were happy to sell the homes that they were renting out because they could get more money than normal. And so a lot of people had to move out when their landlord sold the house. And so a lot of people were living down here. So if this was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, we'd probably have a very busy area now. Nice thing about coming out, sometimes you find fire pits that are already made for you. Somebody already did the work. Now we just look at that. They even put wood in there. If I wanted, I could just come have myself a little fire. What about that, huh? Oh, show you where I'm going. Now, I do have the mind to get back up there to my things. Woohoo! Alright, now I'm parked back that way, up by where those guys are. And then, so that's, that becomes the middle fork pretty much. The middle fork coming from there, and the south fork is coming from there. You betcha. Now, I have the mind to get on out of here. Alright, the sunshine is back. Yeah, the sun's been hiding behind the clouds for quite a bit. It's a nice evening. I think, you know, if I had some friends, it would be nice to come up here and what you call have a little fire. Of course, I also have a little fire. So I'm just looking over there, thinking everywhere you go, you'll see mountain peaks, something poking out of someplace. Now, the point of view coming back to the car, I just think it's really cool how that drop off just looks like the dirt was just chopped away or something there. I've never gone swimming in this river though. I don't know if I've tried swimming in this river or not. I think it looks deep enough to get in over there, but right here it looks pretty shallow and it looks kind of fast. So a lot of people like to raft down this. I think there are companies up here where you can, they'll drop you off with a raft and pick you up. Let you go down quite a way, so it's it doesn't have a lot of difficult waterfalls or anything crazy like that, you know, so I think it looks like a pretty mellow trip. So anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I just thought it'd be fun to show you where I used to spend a lot of time up at Flathead, that was Lake 5, and sometimes come on back here, and this is an important place where the Middle Fork and the North Fork of the Flathead River meet together. Anyways, my day changed from planning on going to work to, see, I'm pretty spontaneous, right? So if they tell me I got the day off, I'm like, well, next thing you know, I'm jumping in the lake and going down by the river. So you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.